Absolutely. And it only takes, I would say, on average of 10 days. Let's say 10 days.
Okay.
So that's the other thing about a
And you
HELOC.
said another thing that
Yeah.
I loved and we didn't talk about is the interest rates on HELOCs are actually not that bad.
It's not that bad.
They are not. They are not. Okay, no, they're not 4% and 5%,
Right.
but
Right.
they're also not 20% and
No, they're not.
25% like credit
Like you
cards
pay
and
a
different
credit
things like
card.
that.
No,
Wow,
you,
though.
you did a home improvement loan. We tested it out. It
Yes.
worked. Look, you
Yes.
paid it back quickly.
I did. I was like, what? They gave. I think I did. They had a promo, and it was
Right.
like no payments, no
Yes.
nothing.
Yes.
And you gotta pay it off in like 3 months. I was like, I know I could flip this right quick. I got a plan.
So now we're doing conventional FHA or VA renovation loans. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. So I mean, it's a great product also. So that means you can buy it and get the money to rehab it and fix it up all in one loan when you close.
Wow.
And this loan is available in all 50 states. Okay. There's no.
I love that.
Yeah.
That is going to be
Noelle.
I am so excited to be here with you, Tunita Bailey. We are talking about what is hot with investor financing. I know you got some new loan programs, 100% financing for investors. You got loans where you don't have to show tax returns, loans where you don't have to show your pay stubs. You have loans where you don't even have to have a social security number. Like you could be let's get into this. We're going to have a conversation. You're going to tell all of us about what's going on because you are the money lady. So welcome, money lady.
All right. Thank you, Noelle. I appreciate the opportunity to be here. I get so excited when it's time to talk to the Noelle Randall. She's my friend, okay?
That's right. That's right. Exactly. And you know why we friends? Because we fuss and we fight and we still love each other. Because
it's okay.
We need each other in different ways. You still the money lady, you still my money lady. So it's gonna be you're gonna have to make up with me.
That's right.
Right.
Yeah.
All right, girl, let's get into it. Like I said, I know you have been a mortgage broker for well over 20 years. So everybody that knows, I've brought you on the channel. You are my friend. We used to flip houses together in Dallas. We have been teaching women. We started just teaching women, trying to teach women of color. Now we have broadened our horizons. We have loans. We have real estate properties. We have brokerages. We've just grown over the years and we've helped so many people. So let's give them the information so that people can understand that you can build wealth through real estate. You do not have to have perfect credit to do it. You don't even have to save money to do some of these things. In many cases, there is 100% financing, or you can combine business loans with mortgages. So let's go ahead and get into it. What is new in the mortgage world?
Well, I tell you what, there's always something new. And I think that's what I like about it is that it's always a new program out there, depending on what the market is doing as far as rates or just, whatever's happening. But the newest thing, I think one of the things you wanted to talk about really was the financing for investors. And as you know, we're investors. So I'm always got my ear to the ground about anything that has to do with investing in real estate and helping people get access to money. So let's talk about the investor, the 100% investor loan that we have. Okay. So let me tell you why I'm excited about this program. It's for investors that have experience, okay? Now, if you are brand new, it's probably not going to work for you. We got another product for you, but if you got some experience and you've been investing in for a while, you can get 100% on a purchase transaction and even get the money to renovate the house, okay?
Ooh,
so 100% sales price, 100% on the renovation of the property. Okay. And that's in any state. I didn't mention that, but that's in any state. So that's the first product that, I want to highlight.
So is that more of a product for fix and flip, or is that more for a product to buy and hold and keep investment properties?
It's really for a fix and flip. Okay. It's not a long term. It's probably just going to be, it is not probably 12-month term. Okay. The interest rate is going to be a little bit high, but so what? You get access to the money, right? And the job of the investor is to be able to get in and out. Okay. I usually tell people, hey, 90 days, 120 days in, you should maybe make 1 or 2 payments on the loan. And after that, you should be done. Okay. And so we have a whole program that'll help investors, get in and get out of the program or get out.
Okay, awesome. We'll make sure to put a description, a link in the description box to your website, and to some of these programs. So let's talk about that, because when I saw that come in my email, I am on your email list. So first of all, guys, if you are not on our email list, go ahead and click the link below so that we have your email and then you are on our email list. But let's talk about when I saw that email come across that said 100% financing for investor loans. I had so many of my students, so many of my investor partners were like, yes, yes, and more yes, because election is about to be over, or by the time people are seeing this is over now. So we can kind of start moving forward. We can stop caring about Republicans and Democrats, and we can get back to what's going on our own bank accounts. Okay.
Yeah.
We don't need to necessarily get into that politics stuff. So let's talk about this 100% financing. Who can get it? What types of ways and things that you've seen this be used? Because I, again, know so many people that could, fix and flip, but kind of let's talk about that.
Well, let's talk about the ideal investor for this program.
Yes.
Okay, like you said, the ideal person is going to have some experience, at least 3 to 5 transactions under their belt, and it can include your primary, right? So it can include your primary and maybe 2 to 3 other investment properties that you have actually purchased. The other thing is you need to have purchased those within the last 3 years. Okay. Now, if you did flipping 10, 15 years ago, that doesn't count. Okay. Right. We're talking about some recent experience.
36 months.
Yeah.
I like that.
The reason
I like that, because 12 months, sometimes they'll say 12 months. And you're like, 12 months? I know I didn't flip a house in 12 months, but I did 7 2 years ago, or 28 months ago, because you're not always, depending on the investor, you're not always just flipping houses.
Exactly. I mean, some people's strategy change, right? You go from investing and fixing and flipping, then you do buy and hold, DSCR, Airbnb. So people's strategy change depending on what their objective is. So that's really the key, is to make sure that you understand, okay, the ideal property is going to be something you can get in and out of, right? That you can fix up and sell. And then, now you don't have to sell it either. Okay. You can refinance it and keep it. Okay. And turn it into an Airbnb property.
Yes. And quite frankly, that is probably the strategy most investors should be doing right now. Just because real estate values are going to be going up over time, and we're back seeing that cycle. So if you can fix and flip a house, meaning you buy a house, because the ideal fix and flips are going to be properties, of course, that you got at a discount. It's going to be properties that definitely need renovations, of course, and forced appreciation, but it's going to be a property that needs some work, and it's probably in a decent area. So it's a great rental property. And so whether you fix it and flip it, now you have that forced appreciation, now it's worth a higher amount than you paid for it, the renovations are done, that's a great rental property. And that's actually how I kind of got wealthy, was instead of just selling off every single property, you got to start keeping some of them, holding them for a few years, letting them go up, then you walking away with checks, $100 grand, $200 grand, $300 grand. Now all of a sudden it's like, instead of the fast money of fix and flip, don't get me wrong, which is great sometimes, but would you rather $60,000 today or $200,000 in 24 months?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, and I think you said the magic word is to build wealth, right? The way you build wealth is you got to keep the real estate, right? You can't always sell it. I know sometimes you need the cash, and it's okay. Get the cash, pay off all your debts, but use some of that cash to buy another property, and then just continue to build wealth. And you're right. I mean, that's how you were able to do it. That's how I was able to do it. And, and then at some point when you want to sell off your portfolio, because you just get, it's like, okay, I'm in a different season, I want to do something different. You got something you can sell, and you can have the cash.
I love it. So, okay, so these seasoned investors, they're going to click this link. They're going to want to do these deals. There's 100% financing on investment properties, DSCR loans, fix and flip loans. Talk about some other new programs, because you had a slew of them. So that's one. We got the seasoned investor. What about maybe a newer investor or a mid-level investor?
Yeah, so we got a couple of programs for new investors, okay? And that's our fix and flip ugly house investor, program. I call it the ugly house investor. Now, you do have to put down 20%. Okay, you have to have some money. And so a lot of questions that I get is, okay, where do I get that 20%? Well, there's a number of ways you can do it, right? First of all, if you own a home, you can do a HELOC. Okay, that's a home equity line of credit. So you can pull from some of the equity that you already have and put down on the property that you're trying to buy, right? Now, you're going to be able to pay it back, right? Because you're going to sell that property. So don't worry about the interest rate and all that. That's not important. What's important is to get access to the cash. Yeah. So you have a HELOC that you can pull money from. You also can pull money from your 401k. If you've got a self-directed IRA, if you got friends or family. Okay. Now here's the beauty about investing in real estate. We really don't care where the money comes from. You can get 2 or 3 people, and everybody can put in, let's say $10,000-$20,000, and you got a program where people can invest, and people invest in real estate, right? If you got a project, it's not hard to convince them. Right,
it's true. Especially when you have the property and people can touch it and see it. And here's the address. It's not the same as getting somebody to invest in your t-shirt business or to get somebody to invest in your crypto idea. But a piece of property, people can see it, touch it. Here's the address. It's they know that you bought real estate with it, and they're also more apt to help you make those payments and stuff because they want you to keep that asset. They know that is an asset. Let's not just let that go back. And we're getting smarter and savvier as a community. So I'm just loving what we're doing. You said an amazing thing though. Okay. So you said you can actually do a HELOC. So I just had a client, actually a former investor, and they have a few rental properties and they have their own primary home. And they were getting these letters in the mail from 𝗁𝗵𝗀𝘀𝗀 and Discover, different credit card companies, basically offering them a HELOC. So they take it, they get the HELOC because it was a simple process. I don't even know how it worked. And they're immediately just able to start buying properties with that. So people, I don't think you realize how great real estate is for 2 reasons. One, you can do stuff like that, get a HELOC and leverage your equity while still keeping that asset, and then using that money from the HELOC to go get more rental property that's bringing in monthly revenue and that's going up in value over time. Absolutely. I was like, so smart. They just did that.
Let me tell you why it's so easy with the HELOC is, one, you already own a home, right? And we have automated systems that can tell what the values are. Right. Yeah. So there's no appraisal a lot of times on the HELOCs. There's no title, issues. There's no getting new insurance. You don't have to start over. So that's the reason it's so easy to get a HELOC.
Yeah, and it's not as much documentation, even on a full doc. So, and again, so I know you have HELOCs as well. And again, click the link below if you're interested and getting a home equity line of credit on your primary residence. Tunita, her company, they can definitely help you with that. And they have some really great rates. And like you're saying, what's amazing about the HELOC application process is it's not as tedious as maybe that FHA loan process or that conventional loan process where they're asking for every single thing, because it's just tapping into the equity. It's a second lien position. They know this. In many cases, like you said, no appraisal. They know right off bat what your house is worth with these automations. They don't send an appraiser out. You're not paying for an appraisal. You're not having nobody come walking through your home. It really is this like pretty streamlined process to grab that cash out. And then the amazing thing, once you have an idea of what you're going to do with the money.
Yeah, absolutely. And it only takes, I would say, on average of 10 days. Let's say 10 days. So that's the other thing about a HELOC.
You said another thing that I loved, and we didn't talk about, is the interest rates on HELOCs are actually not that bad.
They're not that bad.
They are not. Okay, no, they're not 4% and 5%, but they're also not 20% and 25% like credit cards.
Like you pay a credit card.
People will say it's like a credit card for your house. No, actually, it is not. The interest rate is very, very reasonable. And because it is a HELOC, meaning I get $100,000, for example. Let's just use that as a round number. Yeah, they may have me take the whole $100,000 when I close on it, but I can put $80,000 of it back, and then I'm only paying on $20,000.
Exactly. Or you can use it over and over. You can use it over and over. You can take the money, use it, pay it back, and use it again. That's the other advantage of a HELOC. You don't have to do another loan again. You have
Right.
access to that property. So that's one of our, I guess I would say, if I had to rank our products, I would say the HELOC is probably right up there at number one or number two product, especially right now, because people
Yeah.
can access that equity.
Yeah. And then the thought of, like you said, combining the HELOC with, you know, a DSCR type of loan or a fix and flip type of loan, you really can leverage it where you're not having to use any of your savings. Where, you
Right.
know, like you said, one of the examples, you could use your 401k, but if you're like, nope, I'm just going to keep my 401k, I have that money, making some money, I can go get it if I need to. I'd rather borrow the money, keep my money, than we working
Yeah,
like that.
using other people's money, right? The
Exactly.
OPM strategy. That's one of the
Exactly.
best things to
Exactly.
do.
Especially if your 401k is like your major savings account. We'll
Right,
always say, hey, why not just borrow? That's what a
right,
good credit score is for.
right.
You know, people want to keep
Exactly.
logging into Credit Karma and looking at their credit score, like, okay, well, when you gonna use it? If you don't
Exactly.
use it,
You don't
it
access
ain't
it.
doing you nothing.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. A lot of times, and you say something about credit. A lot of times people think, okay, I got my credit in line, but it doesn't do you any good if you don't use it, right?
Right.
But you got to know how to use it. Don't
Right.
abuse it, okay?
Right.
Because if you abuse it, you lose it, right?
Right.
So credit is also a really, really important piece of this whole puzzle. Because with the HELOC, you need about a 660, 680 plus credit score minimum.
Okay.
The fix and flip loans, they don't really look at the credit as much. The 100% credit, you need about a 680, 700 credit score. So credit does play a part in your investing strategy.
Okay. I love it. I love it. All right, keep going because you had a good 5, 6 products you wanted to go through, and I don't want to waste
So,
all of the time just asking all of my questions.
well, the next product that we have, I would say, is probably third on my list is our home improvement loans.
Okay,
Now,
talk
if
about
you,
them.
you did a home improvement loan. We tested it out. It
Yes,
worked. Look, you
yes,
paid back quickly.
I did. I was like, what? They gave. I think I did. They had a promo, and it was
Right.
like no payments, no
Yes.
nothing, and you
Yes.
just gotta
Yes.
pay it off in like 3 months. I was like, I know I could flip this right quick. I got a plan.
Yeah. So I would say the home improvement loan is probably our third most popular loan. And let me tell you
Okay.
why. The home improvement loan, you do not need an appraisal. Okay. There's no title work required. We can get you approved in 5 minutes or less. Okay. And we can close on those home improvement loans rather quickly. When I say quickly, within 7 days or so. Now, here's the only caveat: you got to have something that you're improving. You
Okay.
got to
Right.
be putting some carpet in, some paint,
Yeah. Paint
some
some new
roofing.
screens. I
Yeah,
think we did the screens. Yeah.
yeah. You got to be improving something.
Yeah.
And then we also have a construction side, where if you need some help, depending on where you are. Now, I'm in Texas. We can handle Texas. And we got some other states that we're opening up for the construction. But the home improvement loan is a really easy loan. It goes up to 100K, okay? And you can use it for major or minor renovations. So if you are a homeowner, you have a second home, or an investor can use home improvement loans to improve their properties.
Now, I absolutely love this. And again, guys, I'm going to make sure that there is a link in the box so you can actually say if you're interested in a loan, or if you just want to meet with somebody on Tunita or either her or somebody on her team. There's a consultation box because she can talk you through these different loan scenarios. But this home improvement loan is a game changer because you said something that's different. You said it actually goes up to $100,000 now.
Yes, it does. It goes up to $100,000. And I think the thing I like about it is it doesn't attach to your home. Okay. It's really a personal loan. They call it a home improvement loan. The
Yes.
reason they can is because you're going to use it to improve your home. And why? Because your home is your biggest asset in most
Right.
cases. If
Yep.
you improve it, it increases the value, right? So
Yep.
basically it's a rationale behind why they do a home improvement loan and why it's beneficial for people. And
I
I got
love it.
another one. We
Okay.
just got another one. So we do home improvement. We also are doing a renovation loan. That's my newest product that I wanted to tell you about.
Okay.
So if you're buying a home, okay, and that home needs some carpet, paint, you want to put a new fence in it, we have a
New
renovation loan.
appliances.
New
Yeah.
new appliances. Sometimes you can get a good deal on a property if you take it as is, right?
Right.
So now we're doing conventional FHA or VA renovation loans. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. So I mean it's a great product also. So that means you can buy it and get the money to rehab it and fix it up all in one loan when you close.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you can do conventional, government, FHA, VA, any of those renovation loans
Yes. Yes, I can.
on a
And there's
purchase. So you can buy a home and need some work, like a FHA
203K.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
203K. Yep. Yep, you sure can.
Okay.
So yeah, we just got those programs. I mean, they've been around for a
They
long time.
have been around, but then it's funny.
Yeah.
The FHA 203K loan kind of went down. There were
Yeah.
not a lot of lenders that would do them. It's
Yeah.
actually a very great loan
It
program.
really
Obviously,
is.
it's an
Yeah.
FHA loan.
Yeah.
So you can have lower credit
You can
requirements.
down to
Everybody
580.
always loves FHA. It's a great program for newer
Yeah.
homeowners, young homeowners, et cetera, et cetera. But
Yeah.
the 203K was amazing because, like you said, it gave you the renovation budget. But there were
Right.
just very few lenders that did it.
Yeah.
Chase don't do them, Bank of America don't do
No.
them, this person
No.
don't do them.
No.
And so you're
Yeah.
looking, and especially the FHA 203K and that VA one. And I
Yeah.
forgot what
The conventional one, the home style,
yes,
renovation home style. Yeah, yeah.
yes.
Let me tell you something else about that FHA loan. The credit scores goes down to 580, and the renovation budget now they just increased it from 35,000 to 70,000. So you
Wow.
can literally get an additional $70,000 to fix up your home and totally renovate it. If you purchase it. And this loan is available in all 50 states. Okay, there's
I
no
love that.
yeah.
That is going to be if y'all, hopefully everyone is still listening, because I don't even actually know why we didn't start with this one, because this is a game changer.
It's a
There
game
are
changer.
very few lenders that
Yes.
do these loans, and if they do, they are definitely not in all of the states.
Right.
That $35,000 to $70,000 increase for renovation budget makes a big
It
freaking
makes a
difference. I mean, in
difference.
many
Yeah.
cases, 35,000 just was not enough.
Enough.
And as a real
Enough.
estate broker, someone that was trying to help people find a property that fit this loan,
Right.
it was
Right.
just really small, because that's
Not enough.
but a
Yeah.
$70,000 renovation budget
Yeah.
actually is very doable for almost that's actually a pretty big renovation project in many
Yes,
cases.
it
So, I
is.
mean,
It is. And see,
um,
if you're a veteran, okay,
yeah,
so then there's no down payment.
right.
Okay, if you're a veteran, and you get $70,000 to fix up the house, right?
Oh my gosh.
And it can be a
We
2
got
to
to get this out to everybody, because there are
yeah.
so many veterans, and I think this, to me, FHA is awesome, but let's
Yeah.
really talk about this for a second. There are so many veterans, I feel like, do not take advantage of the VA loan and that
They don't
major
know.
benefit. VA
Yeah.
loans I've seen. I mean, I used to. I remember I was an underwriting manager, VP.
Yeah.
So I would be the second signature on someone. I didn't even have my VA designations. I had my FHA ones, my DE cert, but I never had my LAP SAR and all that other stuff. But
Yeah.
VA loans were amazing because they would have some of basically underwriting treats those loans like they're a veteran's benefit, not
Right.
like it's a loan. They really do everything they can to approve those loans because that person served in the military.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And they deserve it, right?
And they do deserve it. There's so
Get
few
no
of
money
them.
down.
So
Yeah.
few are taking advantage.
Yeah.
You could be a military reservist and have,
Right.
you pull the DD 214 or whatever, and they're still eligible. They
That's
could
right.
serve in the Coast Guard for like a couple of years, and they have eligibility. I mean, you don't
Absolutely.
have to be this big veteran, captain, colonel person
No.
to get these loans. I just don't think people know that they exist, and this is for them. And this is how they can get multiple houses. In many cases, my nephew, he's in the military. He got a house in Virginia and then another house somewhere else because that's where he was.
Right. Absolutely. Yeah. And you can use it, if you sell one house or if you don't use all your eligibility, you can buy another house or second home. I mean, there's so many benefits, and we really want to help the veterans. We want to help the hurricane victims, down in Florida where you were with the FHA Hurricane Loan that they have now.
Talk to me about that. Yes, come on. Because like I said, I knew you had so many. This is why I love you so much. You start pulling out jokers and
Yes,
coins.
yes,
Wait a
yes,
minute. What
yes.
FHA
Yeah.
Hurricane Loan. I hadn't heard about this one.
It's the 203H loan, and it's for individuals that have had, was in a hurricane or a disaster area, and maybe their house got, flooded or whatever. And it's unfortunate that, that happens. Well, they have a loan. FHA has a loan where you can actually get a new loan and rebuild your entire house. Okay.
Wow.
That's a 203H loan. It's for, disaster areas. And it had, there's some criteria for it, right?
Right.
So if you're interested in that, and you've been affected, let me know. I'm happy to help you get your home rebuilt and build it better than it was before, right?
I love it. I love it. Love it. Love it. Love it. All right, keep going.
All right. So down payment assistance.
Yes.
We just got 3 new products for down payment assistance, okay? And they will be on our website effective today. So you want to go to the website to look at our down payment assistance program. So we have 100% financing available on loans that you don't have to pay back. So the 3.5% on an FHA loan that you normally have to pay, we can finance that in with a payment or without. Okay, so we have a non-repayable down payment assistance program anywhere in the country. Okay, no matter where you are, you can qualify for an FHA. Now, this is for your primary resident, not for investors, but it's a great program. So we have 3 new ones. Check the website out, and we'll have those up available, and people can start applying for those.
I absolutely love it. I love it. And another thing that you said that I feel like people really got to start taking advantage of is the idea that you may not just go out and buy an investment property. Like some of the loans that you just said, those last ones, those are for primary residences. But here's the fact that we know most people, their primary residence is going to be their first rental property. So if you even now are listening to Noelle and you're listening to Miss Tunita Bailey, the money lady, you are thinking like an investor. So even if you're like, okay, you know what, I'm renting right now, I'm in this apartment, I'm about to get me a house, I'm about to call the money lady, she got all of these programs, I'm going to get me a primary residence. You already are ahead of most people because you're actually thinking like an investor. You're not just going to buy any old house thinking, oh, it's close to my job, or this is the school district that I want. You're going to be thinking like an investor. Like, you know what, I'm going to live in this house 6 months, a year, 2 years, however long you live in the property. And then it'll most likely be a property that you're going to sell for a profit because you're going to be thinking, man, I got to buy in our area that's the values are going up. Or you're thinking, this is going to be a rental property. So this needs to be in an area that'll be good for rental properties.
Absolutely.
And that one change, that one shift in mindset is going to really change your perspective and your wealth. It's going to change your bank account if you just start thinking like an investor, not a consumer.
Absolutely. You're exactly right. Buying your first home is key. And a lot of times when investors call me and they want to start investing in a home, I always ask the question, do you own your own home first?
Right.
And most of the time, well, no, I want to buy. No. Build your own personal foundation.
Yes. And let's talk about that, because I get that same thing too. They'll come to me, they just want to jump right in. They don't own their own home, or they're just like, Noelle, I applied for this place and I didn't get it, but you said you got it. Well, I do actually own my own home. I am not one of these fools on YouTube and these other places telling you just rent and and invest in a business, or even worse, you get these other guys. I ain't gonna say his name. No, give me money so I can buy apartment buildings.
Right.
And you live in them.
Exactly.
And pay me rent. You don't own no houses. You don't own no apartment buildings.
Right.
Give me your money and I'm going to buy apartment buildings with it.
Exactly.
No. And I'm not saying that you can't invest in this guy's thing, but you better have your own house and stop listening to these people that tell you, and if you look like a certain thing and you know what I'm talking about, that's not going to be our answer.
Exactly.
We don't need home ownership and we don't need a home. No, we got a different situation going on in our community where we need to have our own personal foundations, and we need as many of us to be homeowners as possible.
Absolutely.
Not renters.
Absolutely.
And not just because of the wealth aspect, because of the power aspect of it too.
Absolutely. And there's a certain pride of ownership when you own your own home. I mean, you just feel, you understand, you get it, right?
Correct. It's personal pride. And it's how you're looked at as well. I'm sorry. Who's listening to you at the council meeting about changing the laws in your community and you don't own nothing in the community?
Exactly.
You don't own no land. You don't own it. You don't even have a voice.
Exactly. You really don't. So it's really key. It's really key to own your own home first. and make sure that you do. The other advantage to owning your own home is the down payment. You can take advantage of the lower down payments.
Right, much smaller down payments when you're buying it as your as
Yeah,
you're buying it
and you can do
as a primary residence versus an
up to
investment.
2 to 4 units. So if you want to buy a duplex or a fourplex, it's
Right.
still considered your first primary residence. So
Right. And it is really smart. It is really smart. I've seen some really smart people buy some duplexes, some threeplexes, some fourplexes, especially my people in New York and Connecticut and Massachusetts. They are so smart. Some of these people getting these 2-family and 3-family and 4-family homes as their first property and having 3 people paying, 4 units. Think about
absolutely.
it, you got 3 people paying. They making more.
Exactly. Yeah. On that particular unit. So, I mean, that's the key,
It is.
So I would say, Noelle, the down payment assistance programs, the HELOCs, home improvement, even new construction.
Yes.
Okay. That's the other thing I want to talk about is the new
Don't go
construction.
ahead.
So we have new construction loans for investors, and we have new construction homes for people that want to buy some land and
Okay.
build their own home. That's our one-time close program. It's a
Okay.
great product. You can take advantage of the low down payment if you want to build your own home or duplex or fourplex. Okay, you can do that under our one-time close product, or you can, as an investor, if you want to buy some lots and build some homes, you want to do 3 to 5 at a time. Now you have to have experience in order to do that, but we can help you with all of that.
Love it. Love it. Love it. Love it. Okay. So you have just blown our mind. We'll make sure that we put all of this in the description box and put a little summary of all of the different loan programs. How can people reach out to you? Of course, there's going to be a link to your box. There's going to be a link to your website. There's going to be a link when you go to this website. In fact, I'm going to have the editor put right here to go to the website and click right here. And this is how they can schedule an appointment for you, or how they can just apply for a loan right here,
Absolutely.
right there, and right then and there.
Everything is on the website, how they can reach me at capitalcitymtg.com. My email address is on the website, tbailey@capitalcitymtg. My phone number is there. Everybody don't call me because I'm just going to I'm gonna send you a link and tell you to make an appointment with me. And I listen. And for Noelle's people that referred to me, I personally talk to you. Okay, I talk to all of the clients that are referred through Noelle's coaching program because I want to make sure that everybody is taken care of. They get what they need. I'm not going to say I'm going to be the one that work the whole
Right,
loan.
but you are definitely involved. Like I said,
I
we're
am
trying to help as many people as we can. And everybody watching understands you are one person. Like they understand the world is one person, but we definitely try to look as many applications as we can and get you to the right person. And then we always track everybody that calls just to make sure they got some type of disposition. Like, yes, you are approved, or nope, you were declined. You need to do this, or nope, we're not going to put you in for application until you fix XYZ. And you even have programs, a program, Rapid Rescore. I'll let you talk about that really quickly. If people are close to being approvable, you don't have to have everything in place. You may be a few points short,
right,
and things like that, and you can help. So talk through that.
Yeah, the Rapid Rescore program is a really, really popular program that we have because, like you said, if you're not quite there, if let's say you at a 600, but you really need to be at a 640 or 660, well, we have a Rapid Rescore program that we can help you get your credit rescored. Okay, now you do have to do some work. Okay,
Right.
you got to pay down some debt, pay off some things, but we have the ability to run a simulator on your tri-merge report, not the consumer reports. Okay, you can't look at Credit Karma and all the other ones. Those don't matter. It's your mortgage report. So when you apply for a loan, we can run a simulator and tell you exactly what you need to do. And once you do it, we can get your score rescored in 7 to 10 days. So it's a very, very popular program. We do a lot of those to help people get where they need to be so that they can go to the next level.
I love it. So you've given so many people so many ways. I actually have a few clients I'm going to call you about that home improvement loan, and even the HELOC. Like I said, I have another lady. I'm trying to pull her from you to get her to you. Because we're going to make this cook. And I know that you can get it done. And then, like I said, I can, it just works so much better, and I can help her pick out the properties that she needs to. So this has been so amazing. I thank you so much for your time. You have so much. I cannot wait to bring you back up here again. You have so many amazing things that you can help people with. So just want to make sure that I'm giving everybody all of the tools, all of the resources, and all of the knowledge that they need to be successful. This is Noelle and Tunita, to your success.
to your success. Thank you, Noelle.
You are
Talk to you
welcome.
soon.